Here we are, Spike's Car Radio with Matt Farah.
Hi.
It's fun. It's fun to be here. You know we're on YouTube now.
I've been told.
You're well acquainted.
I've been told.
You're well acquainted with the YouTube audience there, aren't you? They're a completely different audience than the audio audience and the Instagram audience.
Yep.
And they're very opinionated, and they take ownership over the show, and they have all sorts of opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And they go
never
like this.
The two shall cross.
But they don't understand, like, without me, there's no show.
Yeah.
No one else is putting any thought into this.
True.
No one else is spending time on the rundown right here. It's really hilarious.
Everything. Yeah. No, it's you have to be here.
And I feel like I have to defend the show a lot. Like, look,
so fun.
You've got your own empire. I have my own day job. Zuckerman has his own thing. He's getting harder and harder to get in those chairs.
Yeah.
But
the money is really rolling in.
Yeah, he's very, very busy. And Johnny, now that he's got his, what is it? What's Johnny driving? Is that what it's called?
Johnny drives. Johnny drives things. Yes, Johnny drives.
He's got his own thing, but he's also, on a plane all the time. So,
so am I. I just have stayed, Spike.
Yes.
In 12 hotel rooms in 15 days.
Wow.
I've just done that in the last 2 weeks. I got home yesterday.
I want to hear about that. That's on my list of rundown questions. I'm going to ask you about
Quiz me on what hotel
I just got back from Audrain.
Oh, is it awesome?
Here's what I can't figure out about Audrain. Because it's awesome. All right?
It's so awesome.
It's unbelievably awesome.
Yeah.
It's very easy to think of this as the East Coast Monterey Car Week, right? It's Newport Car Week.
Yeah.
Right? We hit a stretch of perfect weather. It's right near where I was born in Fall River, Massachusetts. So I'm just, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So happy there. But it feels like it's still a well-kept secret, even though there are thousands of people and car events, like some of the biggest in scope. Cars and Coffee. Did you go to that Fort Adams Cars and Coffee?
It was enormous.
Enormous.
It was enormous. Do you know what I did to get there? I took the boat there.
Yeah,
that's the move.
I remember you told me that.
That was the move of moves was to do it by boat. But see,
when you told me that, I thought Audrain was just a golf course and they threw a bunch of cars on it.
I don't even think there's a golf course.
I had no idea this was.
Yeah, it's huge.
So every couple of hours, they popped us in a car and they were taking us to events, and we're here, we're there, we're at Fort Adams, and we're walking on stage with the PCA guys, Porsche Club giving away awards. It's so fun.
And then we're a great town for it, isn't it? Such a well-positioned.
And I wish Zuckerman and Johnny were here. Because then we're at the International Tennis Hall of Fame, which they're always coming down on me for playing tennis.
You must have really been.
But everybody's like, hey, talk about cars, nothing to do with cars and tennis. So at the International Tennis Hall of Fame is one of the greatest car shows. They took all the nets down, they put these cars there,
that was cool.
And all the car and tennis people are there. And my mind is melting. I am so happy. So happy. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Anyway, I think they just have to get rid of the word Audrain. That's the thing I don't think anybody...
Just go with the Newport
Car Week.
I think probably, I mean, the museum, the Audrain Museum does fund the whole thing, I think.
Yeah.
But so I get it. And they are a good organization.
But, as a wrider...
Sure, it's not catchy.
It's not a catchy word.
No, right? Newport Car Week would sell it.
Newport Car Week.
And I think all the venues they have there, the big cottage. The word for cottage in Newport, unreal. It means castle to the rest of us.
Yeah.
Gilded era castle. And so, but those make fabulous backdrops for car shows, don't they?
Yeah. And as long as the weather's cooperating.
Yeah.
Here, and I'll tell you something else that's great about it. There's no... Monterey is locked down by the local police force.
Yeah.
And it can take you an hour sometimes to get from the street to your hotel room, even if you're in front of your hotel.
Yeah.
This event is not like that. It's very neighborhoody. You can walk from place to place for the most part. The traffic's not bad.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of Navy guys walking around town. Yo ho, saying their fun Navy things. There's a bunch of girls. There's a bunch of college girls.
There's also a college there. Yeah. And there's amazing
but you know what?
old seafood.
The college... Apparently. So, when I was growing up, Newport was kind of run down. It was kind of a rundown place with beautiful old houses that nobody wanted and no one would buy them. So institutions started buying them. So, there's a girls' college there.
That was one of the
I was like, what is going on with the girls here?
Yeah.
What's going on with this place? This is not the New England I left. This is like LA all of a sudden. This girls' college bought a lot of those mansions and started tucking the girls away in mansions. The Navy guys are walking around and they're, They're going after the girls.
I love visiting there. I wish it wasn't
cool.
so inconvenient to get there from LA. Not the Audrain's fault. It's annoying. But
we just flew into Boston and then took a quick ride down.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
so
just
bad. It's fine. It's just a long way away.
And you get to oysters. And you got your seafood,
dude.
You got
food,
your cigars.
The food in the wharf. Like, I love that shit. It's so great.
Johnny and I went to Leno's mansion. He's got one of those Gilded Era mansions. It's so great. Sea view.
Yeah.
By the way, he works harder than anybody the whole week.
He's running.
He
around.
was just running and gunning nonstop.
Yeah, he's running around.
You want to. If you want to be lazy. You can't be lazy around Jay Leno. So, but just to give you an example of that, on his busiest day, we're like, hey, can we come by and see the house and smoke a cigar? And he goes, I'm doing this. He goes, okay, 3 to 3:40. And then suddenly we're in the Gilded Age Seaview mansion.
Was he right on time?
Out back. And he was right on time.
Yeah.
He walks out. David Swift, who's there, who produces his show, Jay Leno's Garage, has a portfolio of cigars. Jay lights up with us. And we all smoke like we were on the cover of some romance novel with waves crashing on rocks.
His house is pretty slick.
It's great. It's so fun.
Really cool. Yeah.
And even though it was a short smoke, and then he's like, right at 3:40, he's like, all right, I'm out. He's like, I got a new Genesis. Boop. And then he just disappeared. They hoisted him into the air and dropped him somewhere else. And he kept going until like 8 o'clock that night, 9 o'clock that night.
It's a great event. Wow. I had a lot of fun. I went with my dad. It was a really good time. The super move, if you can make it happen, is to bring some type of electric bike or electric scooter. Yeah. Because Newport is the size of never needing a car.
It is. But did you notice the people on the electric bikes, scooters, and motorcycles, what they weren't wearing?
Helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, on those cobblestone roads, get out of here. You got to wear a helmet.
Is there not a helmet law?
Not for scooters and bikes and stuff. I don't know about motorcycles.
I saw guys on motorcycles
maybe not.
Too.
Yeah,
but a bunch of people risking their noggins.
And the other thing that you got to do, if maybe we'll talk to the boys, we'll talk to Donald. Maybe we can do it together next year. Is the Audrain Veteran Run, which is their version of the London to Brighton with the 120-year-old cars. Yeah, it's where you have a literal street race with 120-year-old cars. Wow. It's like 30 miles, but it takes all day. Wow! But it's like some chugga. We drove a 1905 Yale. It's so fun.
Well, we did a show. And it's on Patreon right now with Jay and Johnny at Doris Duke's mansion for The Gathering, which is like their version of the Quail. Yeah, which was super fun.
Live show with an audience.
Kind of a very kind of intimate show with about 100 people wrapped around. It's almost like a Top Gear episode. Yeah, it's not on video. It's just audio. And I was just, hurling questions at Jay, and he's just hitting home runs. It was so fun. Cool. That's on Patreon now if you want to listen to it. After he goes, you should really why do one of these? Why not do 5? And I said, let's do it. I just think I could do 5 different shows, not record
you
5
mean
different
at
shows.
The car week?
Yeah. Oh, right. I mean, I'm watching what he's doing, but we should be in a theater. We should be selling tickets for them. I'd like to do a bunch of stuff. Okay. Not everything has to be recorded, but there were just so many groups of car people that I haven't met. You know? Because
East Coast car folks are a little different, but they really I mean this in a great way. There's a different vibe. A lot of like hot rods, muscle car stuff, interesting collections, very eclectic stuff, and some really fun old money people that are clearly just like playing for their whole lives.
Well, that was the Tennis Hall of Fame cars. Those cars were just blowing my mind.
Yeah. It's a really good. If you're anywhere near Newport or can get there for this year event every year, it's very good. Yeah,
I'm surprised I didn't know that much about it. I'm really surprised that it took me this long to get there.
It's bummed me out that my old man sold his boat because I can't repeat that because it was such a night to go there by boat and then take the boat to the Cars and Coffee with like 10 people.
Why did he sell it?
My mom made him. Same reason everyone sells their boat.
But why? What was it that was bothering Mom about the boat?
It was really, I mean, this is so silly. A lot of their friends have gone south. I mean, literally moved south from Connecticut, and the boat was in Connecticut, and he really didn't have anybody to use it with.
Yeah.
All this,
That's it, right?
Having a big boat and being by yourself to use it is sort of
Right.
stupid.
Yeah, that's the life of the boat.
Yeah.
Eventually,
So anyway, we had a
you stop
great
using it.
14 years.
Boats are kind of like Volkswagen buses. When your kids are young,
Yeah.
and you're going for ice cream and birthday parties, it's fun. But when everybody leaves,
Yeah. But I should, if
sits
had
there.
I known that was going down, because that went down without my knowledge or consent.
really,
Yeah.
Dad didn't call and go, "Hey,
I would have strenuously objected. I would, like Kevin Pollak in A Few Good Men, or excuse me, Demi Moore in A Few
Yes.
Good Men. I would have strenuously objected. But
where would
no.
you put the boat? Like, what's your boat dream here?"
Marina Del Rey. Thank
Yeah.
you very. Yeah, here, having it here and using
Because
it.
I love boats.
I do too.
And I have a problem with West Coast waters. Like, to me, like a Casset on Cape Cod or Martha's
Yeah.
Vineyard, but in the Bay. You know what I mean?
No, the problem with boating in LA is there's nowhere to go with your boat.
Right. It
You
just
can either
seems
go
like
to Catalina or nowhere.
Right. Open ocean to death.
Yeah. No, it is. I love sailing and specifically sailing because
Yeah.
at least with a power boat, you could get to Catalina, easily.
Right.
Sailboat, that's all day and then all day, back.
So Marina Del Rey, what are you doing? You're going to Malibu and back?
You're cruising, whatever. You're cruising.
What about Newport?
With a power boat, you could get to Newport. Yeah.
Not Newport, Rhode Island.
No,
our
Newport. Yeah,
Right.
you could, with a power boat, that's not a
Seems
problem.
like those waters are more boaty and they have that nice harbor there. And
But I don't want to move there. I just want to go. Yeah, go there.
yeah, you drive down, you get on your boat, but you can sleep on your boat, right? So you
This boat you could. Yeah. Look, one day I'll be boat guy again.
I'll be boat guy with you.
I enjoyed boat guy while I could be.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be boat guy with you.
I just wish I had some heads up so I could say, look, wait till November so I can go to the Audrain with my friends on the boat.
Well,
That's
if you
what
want
makes
to
it better.
piggyback on our thing, I know you've been there before. I bet you we could do
Let's rent a boat
separate shows together, all sorts of things next year. It'd be really fun.
as long as we rent a boat. We have to
I'll
stay
do
on.
that.
Yeah, that's the thing. And when you're there, you really want to be staying on that yacht, man. That's where it's at.
Much better than where they put me.
They
I
not put you
walked-
somewhere nice.
No, it was more like a Nantasket Beach or Coney Island resort that had been fixed up every 5 years.
Sure,
I opened the door and there was a bed, and then there was a set of bunk beds in the same room. There was no closet.
Cool.
And you know me, right?
You need to unpack into your closet. Is that your
No,
thing?
where am I sleeping?
Oh, top bunk.
Bottom bunk.
Did you sleep bottom bunk?
Bottom bunk, yes. Because it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was psyched. I actually got excited when I saw the bunk beds.
Zach and his wife got bunk beds in their room at our house at Pebble this year. They were big bunk beds. There was a queen size on the bottom, but
What is it about bunk beds that gets us so excited?
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good
Some
time.
people would complain. I was like, hey, I called Johnny. Good news, man. I got bunk beds.
Yeah. Most sleep is pretty similar, but now I can sleep up high. Hell yeah.
I used to be a high when I was a kid, but now I like the KV.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
There's a feeling when you get in it, you feel like, oh, I'm protected. I'm in my little cave here and I can sleep well.
I love it.
It worked.
I do love it. Yeah.
My only regret is I didn't go to Flo's Clam Shack, which was right outside the door.
The move, shout out to the Black Pearl. It's been open since like the 1700s.
Have you been to Flo's Clam Shack?
I have.
You have?
Yes.
Is it not good?
No, it is.
I didn't get there.
It is good.
They had a line out the
But
door.
when you've been serving clam chowder for 200 years, you
Yeah.
probably don't give a lot of people food poisoning.
No.
You're probably, and they are.
That's
serving
right.
bangers.
Well, I used to be a shucker. We should talk about
for
cars.
real?
Yeah, Beverly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We have been talking about cars. This is
Legal
Audrain
seafood.
Car Week.
Legal
you worked
seafood.
at Legal Seafood?
I was a shucker and a
Sick.
bartender. Yeah.
How many per minute? How many OPMs?
It's not about that.
No.
There was never really a timing thing. It's about the quality
the
of the
accuracy
shucking.
of
Yeah,
your
but I used to
shuck,
shuck oysters for Ted Kennedy.
Wow. Seriously. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Claim to fame.
Love it.
Chappaquiddick. I don't know why I still say that, but give me some oysters, Ferriston. And you were on the road. Let's keep going here.
Oof, boy, was I. I did.
Yeah.
I just did two full weeks on the road.
Did I see you on a golf course with your dad?
So I did 2 work trips back to back without coming
what are the
home,
work
and then
trips?
the third trip I culminated it with a round at Pebble Beach on the way home. So like, yeah. So I did one of our road and track rallies called Seaside to Sierra. I led that San Francisco to Tahoe.
Can I ask you what that is? Is that people who have signed up for road and track somehow?
No, it's like, so we tried to take the press launch experience.
Okay.
And make it something that basically regular folks can sign up to do with their own cars. So it's a luxury road trip with nice hotels. We we have a racetrack, track time. We had Sonoma Raceway, so we get, real tracks.
Do you have pictures up anywhere we can look at?
There's possibly some on my Instagram.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go. Experiences.road and track. The next one's in November in the Smoky Mountains.
So do you get paid to do this, or
it's
do you
part of my job at Road and Track?
Part of your job.
Yeah. So I make the drive routes and I lead them, and then I give like thrill rides on the track and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fun.
So this one was really fun, dude. Get this.
How many cars?
Like 20 to 25. Get this. You're gonna like this. So I take a press car to lead the thing, and most of the time I grab Bentleys because they're Bentleys. This time I had the Audi RS3, which is actually a pretty fun little choice. I just drove it
in Newport.
They're fun, right?
They're good.
Yeah, it's a fun little car.
Yeah.
You know what I've got for our one in November in Atlanta? Meredith. Do you know what Meredith is?
I don't.
It's one of the two 918 press cars they still have.
Oh, wow.
I talked to Porsche and they were like, oh, Meredith needs exercise because this next one's round trip from Atlanta.
Naming their press cars?
The 918s had names. The other one was like Sophia or something because they were
so stupid.
Whatever. So anyway, what?
That's not whatever. It's stupid.
Look. It's 1,000 miles in the last 918 press car to lead one of these events.
Just don't call it Meredith.
I don't have to call it Meredith.
Did you ask them why they named it Meredith?
They're back in like 2014 or 15 when those were the operating press cars for North America. Mm-hmm. Road and Track actually did do a story about why the cars are named that.
Meredith and Sophia.
It's Meredith and then something with an S. I thought it was Sophia. I'm sure we can get the story very easily. I forget why those names were chosen.
And you don't think that's stupid?
I mean, I don't think it's like cool. It's not what I would do.
Don't you bump when people go, they describe their car and they go, she is.
Sure. Yes. I mean, it's a little bit of an eye roll moment. However, the only reason I parrot it 10 years later is because there are a bunch of Porsche nerds who listen to your show who will hear me say that name and know exactly the car that I am talking about before I said what it was.
Well, here it is right here.
It's literally a famous car. Yeah. So can you scroll down and see what the actual name? It's such an old article. The images have not survived. Meredith specifically is referred to in this article.
Wait, go up.
They have names. Here we go.
I just want to see this prototype thing. So wait, the 25 prototype 918s were assigned serial numbers and matching VINs.
So they're pre-pro cars and they all have the same VIN and they don't have sequential VINs, essentially. Okay. So naming them calling them by a number isn't actually descriptive because there's a bunch that have the same
number two.
Numbers. Number two. They have names. They also Sloan. That was the other one after Sloan from Meredith.
Nice Irish name.
And then the blue one is Meredith, aka 925.
So wait, this car is named after Sloan Peterson from Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
The silver one. The other one was. The other one was. I don't know. Is there a famous Meredith that you can think of?
I play against a Meredith in tennis.
That's definitely
works at the Writers Guild
for sure. Porsche,
that could be her.
So anyway,
but why name one after a movie and then one not after a movie?
I'll tell you what.
I'm getting angrier and angrier. What I'm learning here. This is not the Porsche I know.
Well, I don't know where.
All right, let's go to 3.
I'll find out for you why it's not called Meredith.
So just laying eyes on this article, it said there were 25 prototypes.
Sure.
Are there? Somewhere it still exists, I think?
I imagine.
And then they have 2 press cars plus the 25?
So I imagine there's probably some were early ones that are like really weird looking and or have like emissions, testing like hoses hanging off them. And then some, are prototypes for other things. And then, maybe half or a third of them were what you'd call representative pre-VIN, road cars that can be driven safely. I imagine at least this blue one, is the one that PCNA, Porsche Cars North America, has. You have to imagine there's probably one or two in Germany, and maybe there's one or two somewhere else in the world. Be it they're in a museum, they're in a wherever, they're being used. Like this blue car. Remember a couple years ago when Delta did the thing where they were, this was that car.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
So Meredith was shuttling people at the airport.
It was an airport shuttle. Meredith has gone to work.
Spilled sodas and deodorant on the seat.
It's not just painted blue. It's a blue collar 918. It's had
I can't believe they used Meredith for that.
Yeah, it's been part of the gig economy.
Well, you're definitely taking it to a better place.
I'm going to be ripping this thing. They're servicing it, putting new tires on it. So I get to lead the rally, which is...
Have you driven these cars before?
I've driven one for 10 minutes. It was a customer car. It was not the greatest. It was when I told the VP of Porsche North America that I'd never driven a factory supplied car. That's when he suggested I take it. So anyway, we did that. I did the thing, and then we did Performance Car of the Year for Road and Track.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about RaceDeck first. Over 2 decades ago, RaceDeck was invented the cost-effective, durable, and truly do-it-yourself modular flooring system engineered for the garage. Do you have RaceDeck at your hangar? You don't.
No,
your floors.
No, I just have diamond polished concrete.
We've got to get you some RaceDeck. It installs in just hours without toxic epoxy coatings and adhesive mess. It's a snap. What did you say?
I said it would be a lot.
Well, you can put it in your office. You can put it in your home garage. You can put it anywhere. It makes your garage. You know what we find is we put it on the floor and then you have to fix up the rest of your garage
because it makes the floor look too nice.
And I was just yesterday again at my hangar with my RaceDeck, laying in it, touching it, enjoying it. I do love it. But I have that old Series 2A Land Rover, and it's got self-draining technology. It works for the old Series 2A. I was like, oh, look, the tiles look great. And then you look under them. I see. There you go. But that's the job it does. RaceDeck can handle vehicle rolling loads in excess of 80,000 pounds, will not chip, peel, or stain. Lots of colors to choose from and styles. They manufacture 24/7 and ship most orders within 48 hours. RaceDeck is the original USA-made multi-patent. Where are you going? Oh, you can do that. It doesn't matter. Have you heard Zuckerman belch into the microphone like Howard Stern?
I'm trying to be kind is all.
Shop it. He also blows his nose now, which is like the halfway point. He goes, and that's the halfway point in the show. Oh, RaceDeck. Yes. Shop at racedeck.com and use code SPIKE356 for an exclusive 15% off and free shipping. Anyway, what else were you doing? My question was this, and we went around my simple question, which was, you looked like you were on a golf course. Oh. Did you play golf?
I played Pebble Beach. I played around. Do you know
how to play golf, or you can?
Yeah, no, I'm from Connecticut.
I know.
It's issued. I am the whitest athlete. Golf, sailing, skiing, tennis, car racing.
You don't play tennis.
Now I grew up playing tennis, taking tennis lessons every week until I was 18.
Really?
Yeah. I played a ton of tennis. I was never great, but I played a lot. Now I play like paddle tennis and pickleball because I'm old and broken.
I'm older than you and I play tennis.
Yeah, I know. But you're passionate about it, and I'm passionate about.
I'm not passionate. I'm addicted.
Okay, well, all right.
It's bad.
Fair.
It's unhealthy.
I work out.
Even my doctor. I just came from the doctor's office, by the way. That's why I was a little late. I was getting my yearly physical, and he's looking at shit going.
Do we still see the same doctor?
Maybe.
The doctor that took over, the old doctor. This
is the funniest thing. He's looking at the stats, right? He's looking at the weight. He's looking at the heart rate, and he's going. And he keeps going. He goes, well. This is either very concerning or you are like super athletic.
Yeah.
He goes, you want to tell me what's going on here? And then he's like 4 or 5 years ago, he goes, you know, you weighed like 170. And I'm like, Jesus. And he goes, now you're 148.
You weigh 148? Wow.
And then he goes, your resting heartbeat is either congestive heart failure or you're in shape.
What is it? Like 50 something?
No, it was 48.
Wow. Really? 48? That's really good.
And I said to him,
that's fucking great.
Not according to this. He was like, you're either dying or you're in the best shape of your life. And I said, it's the best. I'm in good shape. Trust me. And I was telling him about the tennis, but it completely.
Yeah.
but it was a funny thing to hear because you're not sure. Like, well, how are you're talking about
this is either fabulous or hugely problematic.
Yeah, and they're two extremes. How can both? What do you mean?
Wow.
How can I be almost dead, deceased, but also in the greatest shape of my life?
If you had 4 years ago's cholesterol, but today's heart rate, you'd be in deep shit.
Yeah. Anyway,
but so do you talk to people about the fact that we've seen the same physician for 12 years?
I don't think anybody gives a shit about that. Zuckerman's part of that club too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He is the guy. The original guy and the new guy are the best.
They ask you all these questions, and I would answer, "Oh no, not me, but you should talk to Zuckerman about that." And he can't acknowledge that he's Zuckerman's doctor. He goes, "I don't know who you're talking about." I go, "Yeah, you do. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Everybody's favorite personal injury lawyer who eats coleslaw on a Monday night. That guy." I don't know who you're talking about. And then he's laughing, giggling. Anyway,
I played Pebble Beach with my dad.
And how did you do? That's where I was going.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Like pretty good. Like I'm an okay golfer. I'm not an amazing golfer.
How many rounds of golf do you play a year?
6 to 10.
Really?
Not a lot.
That's great. I didn't know this about you.
Yeah, I don't care that much about it, but I do enjoy it.
Right.
And I had the kind of round at Pebble that wasn't amazing. It wasn't great. It was not one of my best rounds, but it was well into the level of it's good enough where I could just enjoy one of the most beautiful golf courses on the planet the experience. And it didn't take like 9 hours. It was like a 4-hour round. I had T1, first tee, I crushed a 2-iron, like 240 in front of the starter. And he was like, all right. And I was like, let's go. And then, and I played okay, but I had like 4 or 5 big hero shots, including my dad got me new golf clubs for my birthday last year. First new clubs I've had in 20 years. I've been playing since the clubs. I've been playing with the clubs I got as a college graduation gift.
That's cool.
Up until 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We got up on the 18th tee, which is the where the Concours is, the iconic hole. I crushed a drive like 320 right down the middle.
I wish I knew what this meant. Is that good?
It was a big drive. Good. It was a big drive on a hard hole where just hitting the fairway people are happy about.
Yeah.
I did not make par. I think I shot, it's like a par 5. I think I shot a 7. My approach shot, my second shot was amazing. My third shot was not. And then I putted like crap. But
all we want to know is who won, you or your dad.
There was absolutely no scorekeeping. He didn't play great either. But
there's no scorekeeping.
No. I don't keep score when I play golf. I don't give a shit. That's not why I'm there.
Wow. I didn't know that was an option.
It's an option. Yeah, I don't care.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I would play golf if there was no scorekeeping.
That is optional.
You know what the game? What's the game where you there are 4 of you and whoever you play the best ball of everybody?
A scramble.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And then
you
can do that. Guy. No, I didn't
know I had the option of not keeping score. I would play golf. Can I get my round done in 60 minutes? Because that's all the time I have.
You really don't care. That's like the Mark Wahlberg move. Sprint from thing to thing.
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
Wake up at 3 a.m. and play 9 holes in 40 minutes because he's a lunatic.
Yeah, we got a lot to get to here. We got to talk about cars. I can hear the YouTube comments right now. Get to the cars. All right,
don't read them. They're not helpful, honestly.
You drove the new GTD. We did cover it with Jay Leno. Okay. We did take a drive in it, but quickly tell me your thoughts on that car.
I've driven it so much now. I had my own day with it at Chuckwalla where I could
have a picture
anything I wanted. Yeah, the blue one from my Instagram. And then I drove it again at Thunder Hill for Performance Car of the Year. And then I drove it a bunch on the road for Performance Car of the Year. So I have a pretty broad spectrum of GTD seat time now. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it really is. The Multimatic guys are so talented. The things that it can do on a racetrack are marvelous. But it's huge. It's a huge car and it's heavy and makes downforce, which means it has to be very stiffly sprung.
Right.
So it's a bit of a workout to drive it.
Interesting.
And so it does everything the supercars do, but it kind of beats you up while it does it.
To me, there's all of these comparisons to the GT3 RS, but to me, those are two very different ideas and very different cars.
Yeah,
maybe performance stats and specs are kind of the same.
Well, yeah, a lap time you say they're comparable, sure, and certainly a price point you say they're comparable, and you can say that in ethos they're comparable. But if you drive one and then drive the other, these are enormously different experiences.
Yeah, they are. And you could own both of them at the same time if you wanted, if you had that money.
If you were rolling in it.
All right. Also, I can see on your Instagram, you had the Czinger.
I did drive the Czinger, the
now, those guys,
21C.
Yeah.
You have to have a go in this car.
No, we've been trying to get them on to come on, but they keep, we can't coordinate our schedules together.
You want to have Lucas on. Lucas is great. Lucas Czinger is the CEO.
I had invited him.
We will.
But let's talk about the car.
Okay. So there's a lot. Okay. The car is a side hustle for the 3D printing company.
Oh, that's interesting.
The 3D printing company, Divergent 3D, has a very grand vision, but it actually is like happening. Now, what they think they can do is drastically reduce the cost, complexity, and waste of manufacturing complex things like cars, boats, airplanes, and even missiles and things, weapons of war, by using 3D printing. Okay. And they have a factory, right? The Divergent 3D system is a factory that without any retooling can build anything. So you load in the file today and it's building subframes for the 21C. You load in tomorrow's file and it's building control arms for Bugatti, Rimac, Ferrari, and Aston Martin, which they are. You load in the file the next day, it's building airframes for cruise missiles without retooling.
It's kind of like the Jetsons. Didn't they have that in their kitchen?
I mean,
they could make a little whatever food they wanted.
Yes, basically. And so the whole,
because I don't know anything about 3D printing. Just back me up. Let's back up for 1 second. Why do I think that everything that's 3D printed is like a white plasticky substance?
Because home 3D printing is that.
So what is this?
Most 3D printing, especially stuff that's like available for the public to buy, is great for prototyping. You can make something that's visually representative of a final thing, but then you go to a different system to have the actual thing made that's going to withstand the heat or the strength or whatever, right? Czinger has real 3D printing. They can 3D print final pieces that can withstand exact strength, heat, durability specifications.
Made of?
Mostly aluminum.
Aluminum.
3D printed aluminum. It's an alloy, and they can change like the mix depending on what they want.
So then they just plug in whatever file they want and they can make anything.
Correct.
It doesn't
they
really
can make
matter.
anything. And they have it's integrated in terms of the car with so the car's a carbon tub. That's not 3D printed, right? They refer to this car, I should say, incorrectly refer to this car as a 3D printed car. In reality, it's about 15% 3D printed by mass. But there are some very important bits that are 3D printed that could not be made any other way. So the tub is carbon and is a more traditional supercar tub, although you sit fore aft like a fighter plane, which makes driving it fucking crazy. Crazy.
No, I know.
Okay. It makes it different all the time. And at this price
like
point,
the F1
at
is
2.3 million, you want it to be different all the time. Okay, so it's that. But then the front
back
and rear
seat, though, the guy in the back seat get car sick a lot?
Man spread.
Well,
car sick, Zach sat behind me for a bit. And he said no, because he could see around me and over me and actually said that like the stadium view was like nuts. He said it was he said it was the best shot, like co-driver view he's ever seen.
You can't emphasize enough how weird it is to be sitting in a different position in the car, right? First time I got into an F1, I just went, it's a center seat, but you just got, and you've got a person behind you left and right. You're like, this is so cool and so different. And you're only this much, right?
No, this is that.
This is
plus you have this canopy and the entire side sections go down as windows. Wow. So when you have the canopy in front, but the sides open, it's really glorious. And so So the front and rear subframes are this 3D printed structure that looks like H.R. Geiger, like alien stuff. The brake calipers and wheel hubs are one 3D printed unit. I mean, So all of that is crazy. But then you have the engine, which is a 2.88 liter twin turbo V8 that revs to 11,000 RPM. It makes 950 horsepower. Then 2 front electric motors, 1 gearbox electric motor, 1,250 horsepower on 91 octane, 1,350 on E85. And because it's got a single clutch X-Track gearbox, like motorsport stuff, it's what the Unicorn used, like that kind of thing. Normally that's a pa-ka when you're shifting, like a gun.
Yeah.
And it kicks. The E-motor in the gearbox solves that problem, making it feel like a dual clutch.
Wow.
So you have this car that has virtually no chassis flex from this enormously powerful but tiny engine that spins to a zillion, a gearbox that's incredibly strong but also very smooth, really, really optimized weight distribution. Spike, I've driven a lot. This is the fastest thing I've ever driven.
Wow.
This car is like lunacy.
How many cars are they making a year?
Supposedly they can do 80. I have personally laid eyes on at least 11 finished cars.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're in California here, right?
Torrance.
Down at Torrance.
Not only, dude, this car is 100%
Torrance.
Torrance
built.
Dude,
made in Torrance.
And like, Czinger and Czinger share a wall.
They do.
They build their buildings share a wall. Czinger is
funny.
the back of Czinger. So many of these hypercars, to me, are cool, but they're really just cranked up versions of the regular car, right? You know what I mean? Like it's still a 2-seat, side-by-side, mid-engine, paddle shift, blah, blah, blah. Just more. This is so different where it's like, oh, you're actually on some other plane operating here that I've never seen anything like this before. So I don't have $2 million to blow on a car. But if I did.
Not in an ATM.
But if I did, it would be on something like
private
this.
joke.
Because it's just different all the time.
Wow, you got me excited.
You got to drive it. It's so crazy.
I want to.
Yeah, it's so crazy. No trunk for your tennis racket, though.
That's all right. I'll put the tennis racket in the back seat.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it's perfectly for. The back seat's not very good.
Did they give you the car for a space of time, or was it a supervised?
They were cool, but their legal department is very, very proficient. Yeah. I got to do what I needed to do, but I did not get to drive the car unsupervised.
We're going to talk about battery tender. Then we're going to look at your Myers Manx. I'm so excited you have that here. Dead batteries happen at the worst time, and battery tender is here to stop that from happening. Battery tender works for cars. Battery tender works for motorcycles. Battery tender works for boats. See, we can get a battery tender for our boats. Battery tender smart chargers, including EV and solar, jump starters, and charge and starts. Battery tender is ready when you are. You're late, you turn the key and nothing happens. Battery tender, make sure that doesn't happen. I've got now all the smart chargers down at my hangar. We're putting them in right here. We're doing, battery tender has this nice long bar where we can see that
where you can
row of
bank
cars.
Of them. Yeah.
And we got all the strings coming out. It just eliminates all of that clutter. Battery tender smart chargers keep your battery healthy. The jump starters get you back on the road. Charge and start does both in one. Don't wait until you're stranded. Get 15% off now at batterytender.com with code SPIKE911. Batterytender.com, code SPIKE911. I have all my stuff wired up now. I'm psyched to have the jump starters. I've got them everywhere.
They're helpful.
They're getting smaller,
the small
smaller
jump packs,
too.
those
Aren't they
things
great?
rule. Yeah, I keep them in all my cars.
I get that one that's up there. No, they sent me a bunch of their stuff, and I just felt relief. Just relief. All right, let's look at this Myers Manx that you brought. There it is. The long-awaited Myers Manx. I think I saw this up at Quail not long ago.
Yeah.
I have not driven it. We're going to drive it in a little bit, and then that'll be up on Patreon. It's pretty exciting. But this is the first visit here to our set. I'm not sure I saw those front pieces hanging off the front, that guard you have in the front. Maybe I did.
It's been there.
Why don't you give us the broad strokes here. Direct camera in wherever you like and tell us what you did to this beautiful dune buggy.
Yeah. Well, they're obviously they're made to order. So, Manx is back. I know you had Philip and Freeman on the show.
I did.
And when I went to the Quail last year, 2024, and I saw the prototype of their radial engine Manx, I just about lost my mind. I mean, I thought it was like the
you
coolest
did. I
thing,
remember that.
I'd ever seen, and I was just totally in love. And I'm not really a Volkswagen guy. Obviously, these are based on Beetles, and respect for the history and the heritage, but Beetles have never really been my thing.
Right.
But learning about the radial engine, the story of it. I've had some weird cars and I get to drive all this new stuff as you get to drive some of it. And I really thought that this would be a really fun thing to be like an exotic car I could use in the city to I don't want to take my fast cars out to just like run errands or whatever, do local stupid stuff. It seems like such a waste of horsepower and fuel and heavy clutches, but this was like, oh wait, this is it's basically the car equivalent of my Vespa, right?
Yeah.
And so when I sat down with Philip and Freeman and Brenda and Miles, who are in charge of styling at Manx, I ordered one, and then we sat down and we started going through colors and materials and all that kind of stuff. And so the theme of the car is the beach. Right. And this is what's called a tarmac edition. So it has the same suspension and everything as the taller, more like dune buggy ones, but it's on drop links because I'm driving it on the street. I'm not going off-roading.
Yeah, I noticed right away you have road tires.
Yeah.
Which I drove the off-road version. It was a little bumpy, but
this is firm as well. But I've had a series of off-road cars that I've not really taken off-road. So I've abandoned that.
What is the paint called?
It's not paint. It's actually a 12-layer gel coat on a 1/2-inch fiberglass tub, and it's called stratospheric blue metallic. They offer 3 levels of flake size. This is the middle flake.
Yeah.
Small flake would be like kids glitter.
Yep.
This is the mid flake. It's like bass boat. Big flake would be like 70s bowling ball.
Yeah.
That's big flake.
It looks good.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's layered in such a way that it has a holographic effect.
Yeah, look at the way it's sparkling on our monitors.
Yeah, it moves, right? It's like alive. When the sun hits it, like
yeah, I saw that on the silver prototype that I drove.
So,
let's see the engine, Cameron. Go around to the back.
The engine is really the thing.
This is what drove Matt to buying this thing, was this guy right here.
So this is the radial motion 3-cylinder, 2-liter radial engine.
And they're aircraft engines.
It is designed for an aircraft, yep. But it has the internals, the rods, pistons, valves, rings, all that stuff from an LS3 GM, which makes it a little more serviceable.
It looks insane.
It's a billet block. It's a billet intake manifold. It makes 150 horsepower and 170 torque.
Okay.
It's got a 4-speed sort of motorsport grade gearbox.
What does this thing weigh? This car
weighs 1530 wet.
Dear.
It scoots
fast.
It's not fast. It's quick. It scoots. It's a torquey motor. Think of it. It feels.
You're talking about Zagato weight and Zagato horsepower. I think, in fact, as a matter of fact, we're only 125 horsepower and 1,500 pounds, and that thing screws.
Well, this is geared pretty short too.
Yeah,
because there's no one's going to drive this thing over like 80, so it's really only geared out to like that. I think it probably.
Have you had it on the 405?
Oh yeah. But like honestly, it's not.
Could be 80.
It could be, but like, look, it's not that fun over like 70.
What's not fun over 70? It bounces a little bit.
It bounces. And actually, we're still So this is a production unit, but I have the first one, and I'm putting a lot of miles on it. I have like 800 miles on it.
No way.
Yeah. And so we're working together, me and Manx, to do long-term testing.
Right.
And one of the weird quirks of this, so this is a water-cooled engine. It's not air-cooled. The radiator is tucked up behind the license plate. And one of the interesting quirks is that at highway speeds, there's like a vacuum back there. So the radiator really has trouble getting airflow at highway speeds. And after 20 or 30 minutes on the highway, it sort of starts to overheat. Now, I'm not driving it very far. I can make it easily to Malibu and back, like whatever, it's fine. But long term, that's problematic. So, So they've developed, believe it or not, Cameron, go around to the front. And if you look at the front, you can see in the nose where I
saw it.
Where a license plate would go.
Yeah.
And the nose, if you crouch down, so it's that little gap where a license plate could go. So they're actually doing a front mount intercooler there with a very nice, whatever, a grate. So it looks good.
This already looks so great.
It does. But unfortunately, to solve this problem of there not being actual air back there, we need a secondary radiator that they're putting in the front. And Freeman has styled a very nice piece. So
cool.
Yeah. So
that's like a one-off radiator?
Well, all the ones going forward are going to have it.
They're going to have that.
You know what the radiator itself is from? The part is the side radiator from a new 911 Carrera range, a 992 Carrera front side radiator.
Look at that.
So, but if you go look at the inside real quick, because this is important. So the theme of the car is the beach, which is pretty obvious by looking at it.
The seats are great.
The carpeting is the sand. And I have 2 sets of carpets. I've got the Bentley sheepskin ones too, which I didn't bring today. And then your seat inserts are the beach towel, right?
Seat inserts look like that British designer Paul Smith.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah,
Don't they look like a Paul Smith sweatshirt?
Yeah.
I mean, that's his thing.
Yeah, Brenda just had the fabric.
He's great.
And then the leather is, your tan sort of skin. And then if you zoom in on that stitching, my favorite Freeman Thomas detail is the baseball stitch on the Audi TT.
Oh, yeah. Look
so I had them do the baseball stitch for me. And then these seats are actually heated. They made those heated for me.
No way.
So you can see the button there on the side by the handbrake.
You will definitely use today.
Tana loves it. And then check out the shifter knob. The shifter knob is an acrylic with a bouquet of hot dogs.
There it is.
For Hannah. That's just fabulous. It's the best.
Wow, they all almost look animated.
Yeah.
It's so
real
shiny.
cartoony.
And what am I looking at just past that?
That's my phone mount. There is a phone charger down there, so I actually have a magnet.
Do you have a radio or any?
No, it's just a USB power. It was helpful for Car Week for the GPS.
I thought they offered like some sort of wireless speaker system in here that you could connect your phone to and just.
They might, but I don't know. Honestly, I've used.
You're not going to be able to hear it.
I've driven to Malibu with noise canceling headphones in, and it's perfect.
That's about right.
So the screen there,
it looks so sparkly and
that's
fun.
The view.
It's so
the
cool.
view from the driver's seat is just the best. Yeah.
No, it almost looks like I'm looking at some sort of video game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Where we're doing VR.
Yeah.
That doesn't look real.
Yeah. So I've been on the road for 2 weeks, but before that, I was using this as my car for Pebble and the entire 2 weeks afterwards.
Very nice.
I was just using it as my car, and it was so much fun.
Excellent. Well, thank you for bringing it here. Yeah. And as I said, in a minute, you can go to Patreon and take a look. We're going to take it for our drive around the block, the quick once around the block drive. I suppose you can't tell us what's going on for Road and Track Car of the Year, Performance
Car of the Year. I can't tell you
who
won. I mean, I can tell you what I drove and, my opinions of some of the cars.
Tell us what you drove. So I will guess the Car of the Year. You ready?
All right.
Go ahead.
Just so you know.
Just name them.
All right.
Yes.
The Corvette ZR1.
Yep.
Lamborghini Temerario.
Yep.
The GTD Mustang.
Yep.
The 911 GT3 with a manual. The Audi RS3. BMW M5 Touring. The mini John Cooper Works. Volkswagen Golf R. And the AMG GT Pro.
Wow.
Now, pretty good run.
Were there any kind of restrictions on what this car should cost? Like, how sometimes in the past, the publishers have said, look, you guys got to pick.
We tried to split it last year with an over and 100K, but it's just
what were the first three again?
ZR1,
that's your car.
Temerario, GTD, and GT3 were the 4 fastest cars.
GT3 is too old to give it Performance Car of the Year, but those first 3 right there.
It's tough good. Choices. I mean, it was
so
really,
you take
really
these
tough.
cars out on the track, you take them out on the road,
and then 2 days on the road.
You guys each give what kind of like judging numbers do you give for each one, and how does it get tallied?
So there's actual lap times with data.
Okay.
And then everyone else, we have one driver who sets all the lap times, and then
so fastest gets the most points?
It counts for something.
Okay.
But actually, the winner is generally...
What does it count for? If it's
Well, I mean, truth be told, the winner's generally chosen on vibes.
Oh, okay.
The winner's generally chosen
I like
on
that.
vibes. But
Simple.
the numbers are so the audience can compare our vibes to the lap times and also can do their own sort of bench
Well,
racing.
it's got to be, I'd have to put my money on GTD or the Corvette. That would be one of the
They
two.
seem like the obvious ones. I have
Okay.
to say, I was incredibly
You don't have to
impressed
answer.
with the Temerario.
But if I'm right, put your hands on the Perrier and lift it. I knew it. I knew it, and drink it if it's the GTD. But it's probably the ZR1 because he was like, have you heard about the ZR1 when he came in?
It's real crazy.
Wow.
It's real
And
crazy.
when will we find out? When will
I
it be
think that
published?
issue is December.
December.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of fun though, right?
It's crazy fun.
Because it's just you and a bunch of journalists and a bunch of great cars. And
You know, I mean, yes, it's fun because I'm in good company and I happen to like the people that I work with at Road and Track very much. But also driving cars back to back,
yeah.
as you know,
Yeah.
is just the only way
To tell.
because you drive one car in this one scenario and it's great, and then you drive this other car in a completely different scenario and it's great. And how do you know which one's better? Like, and it happened with GTD for me. I drove it at Chuckwalla and I thought, man, this thing takes curbs so well.
Yeah.
I drove it at Thunderhill. Didn't take curbs that well with all these other cars also there. It was not, so it was, it's all relative to whatever's around. So it helps.
Do you remember when we did Car of the Year?
For
in
Esquire.
Detroit, for
That was
Esquire?
it was same thing. It was so fun.
What's that?
Like how important the comparisons are because you were there.
I continue to think about that trip all
Yeah, it
of
was
the
fun.
time.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that we ended up having dinner with one of Epstein's madams, Jeffrey Epstein's madams, somehow, allegedly.
Yeah. No, we did.
We did.
We did. We were there.
I was Googling our dinner guests, and I went, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And that was before that was even a story. And I called you at midnight, and
were
I
like,
went,
oh man.
holy shit.
Yeah. Because her
That's a
story
story.
did not add up.
No, it did not. It didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, Matt, if they pick up this show, we got to talk to
The
them.
story was not good. Yeah.
That was not a good story, but
Yeah, that was crazy.
continues to be not a good story.
That was crazy.
Look at Cameron. He has questions.
Didn't they get divorced?
I can't answer. I can't. What? What's your question?
What?
I don't even know.
This woman was dating or married to
were
one of
married.
the hosts.
They were married.
Was married to one of the hosts. They are now divorced, but
The host.
We did a show together with
Yeah.
two other hosts,
Yes.
one of whom was married to somebody that was one of Epstein's madams back
Yeah.
in the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the only reason that we found out about it was this person that this woman was married to was very entertaining at the dinner table. And he knew everything about everybody. He was like, oh, Spike the Super, oh, Matt for the Smoking Tire. And I was like, you know what? Tomorrow night, I'm going to Google everybody. And I'm going to be entertaining at dinner. And then I went, oh, my God. And I called him at midnight and I said,
Yeah.
we're in trouble, buddy.
But we also were talking about,
You know what
we
was
were
funny?
talking about cars and her
me tell you
cars were
something.
mad suspicious.
No, here's something that was really wild about it. I didn't even know what a Jeffrey Epstein was. And I Googled that story. And then I'm like, what do you mean? He only served like a month or so? I'm like, wait a minute. Wait,
Yeah.
Clinton? Trump? Wait, Prince Andrew? Like,
Yeah.
what is this?
By the way, this occurred in 2014.
It's 2014.
2014 that this shoot occurred.
And then when I called you, I said, this is not a story that's going to be dead. I mean,
Yeah.
once the world hears about this story, and now here we are.
No, when you said it to me, I was like, oh man, this is nuts.
11 years later,
Yeah.
none of this adds up. This is not, people may not give a shit now. And what are we doing? What is she doing here at dinner?
Yeah.
That was a wild one. But yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Car of the Year.
That's
I think
funny.
of that.
I think about drifting the 488 on the airfield, and you're like, remember that time? Yeah.
No, well, two other things happened of note. We were shooting at the Detroit Municipal Airport. They said,
Yeah.
whatever you do, don't hit the airport lights. And I immediately ran over a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And then I just took it out and just put it in and walked away. But I never knew if the planes were affected by that. I apologize for that. The other was you and I driving around the Volvo XC90 taking turns, and you were going. I was driving. You're going, go faster, go faster. I'm like, Matt, I don't want to roll it. And you go, it'd be so awesome if we rolled the XC90. And then you were like, let's roll the XC90.
Turns out it's hard.
And I was like, what is this? That was like, because I was just starting in this world and I had not been around car journalists like this, and they're all insane.
It's like,
let's roll the XC90. Wow. I'm like, well, what happens in that set?
As long as you get the shot, it's worth it.
Yeah. Now
the performance car of the year cars. I mean, those poor cars. I mean, they get ragged on.
Yeah, they do,
dude. Here's one thing I want to tell you. Has no bearing on the winner. So, can you pull up a rear angle of the Lamborghini Temerario?
Okay.
The car we were driving was shipped over from Europe. It was a European spec car, which I think is all that exists now. I would be incredibly shocked if the U.S., which who knows because there aren't laws anymore, mandate some kind of rear mud flaps or something. Because look at the back of this car. So that the bodywork in this photo, the yellow, that's the bottom of the bodywork. It's like a Porsche 917. Like almost all of the rear tires are just exposed to the back. Wow. And they're pretty sticky.
Yeah, yeah.
And this car, I just pictured a bunch of white t-shirt Newport bros doing like one of those group drives with their Instagram handles on the side of their car, driving out to Vegas and just gravel canning the hell out of each other's cars the entire time.
I see.
I've never driven any car in my life that gravel cannons like this car.
Really?
You can't get within 50 feet of the back of one of these things. So I can't imagine
ruining windshields. It looks so cool, though. I mean, that car looks fantastic.
Oh, it looks amazing. We cracked 3 windshields.
You did?
Yes. Dude, we destroyed
just from firing rocks.
Yes. Wow. We cracked 3, and I was shooting car to car. We had a shot on the windshield of the ZR1, and I'm chasing the Lambo, and I have the roof off, the ZR1, because it comes off. I took a rock to the face in a corner. Like, I took a big rock to the cheek. I'm so glad I was wearing my sunglasses.
The Temerario. But they don't care. That's just going to be the deal with this car.
I kind of like that they don't care. I would just be shocked if there isn't some kind of class action lawsuit or something. Because I didn't know you could just sell a car with like fully exposed rear tires.
Wow.
And they're sticky. So they just it's crazy.
That's wild.
So yeah.
I still makes me want it. I just don't want to be behind it.
Dude, no, you don't want to be behind it. You want to be in it. In it's not a problem.
Yeah.
It drives so good though.
Just quickly, are people going to Malibu again? I keep seeing pictures of you there. Is there a Sunday morning car thing happening where Bill used to be?
Not a thing.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing. No, but also, I think those businesses want anybody shopping there right
at the Malibu Country Mart Sunday mornings.
I'm not saying nothing about nothing. I don't know
anything about on you about it.
Nobody. Nothing. I don't know anything.
That doesn't happen in Newport.
What I really like is going to the farmer's market, getting a little get some pluots, some sprouted walnuts. That's my jam.
Yeah.
That's why I'm up there.
Well, I have 2 places now. I like to go to your sister's place.
Oh, Bluey's?
Bluey's.
Oh, shout out to Best breakfast burrito.
Bluey's has got, bumpy, horrible pothole parking, and it doesn't matter. There's always a place to park your car and good food.
Yeah, I love Bluey's.
I want to start going out to Malibu on Sunday.
Come back.
The cars are there.
Nothing's happening, but come back.
Things are happening there. Sunday mornings at the Malibu Country Mart. Matt Farah will be making an appearance every week. I also have to thank, before we go, Eric Patino and the crew at Beverly Hills Porsche. They did some work. You can't see it right now, but behind me is our 718 Spyder. You had the 718 Spyder RS press car.
Yeah.
Did you have a problem with the top not fastened fault light?
Yes, and I assumed it was a me problem and not a car problem.
Right.
And usually I would jiggle it or take it off and it would go away. And then it was the press car, so I didn't care that much.
The same thing happened to me. It took the top off, put it back on, fault, ding, ding, ding. You're driving it, ding, ding, ding. Top not secured, stop driving.
Yeah.
We got this car, Zuckerman and I, the 718 behind us in a Ratium green. His detailer was cleaning it for the show. We put the top back on, fault, install, reinstall, reinstall, fault. I go online and the forums are just filled with the dreaded horrible 718
fault.
Spyder RS top fault, of which there is no cure. I call our friends at Porsche Clearwater, and they're like, look, the car's really new, but we've been hearing about this.
Yeah.
Let us know what you find out about it. I talked to their tech, and he's this guy knows everything there. And he goes, I just haven't seen this thing yet. I haven't seen the car. Yours got delivered out to LA. So I sent it into Beverly Hills. They said, bring it in. Okay. And I said, it's got 3 sensors, 2 at the back that latches that come like this, and 1 above the windscreen at the top. It's probably one of those. And in these cars, these sensors don't have the ability to tell you when it's broken.
Yeah.
They just give you the fault. One of us is a problem. One of us is a fault, right? I said, I've looked at every forum across the country. Nobody has solutions that actually make sense. I reinstall, I do this, I turn the car on and off, and then it worked, and then it came back on.
Call Andy Preininger, and he's like, why are you driving it with the top on, loser?
I had it off, but as you know, I can't enjoy a car if I know, even with the top off, that something's not working with it. Yeah. So I give it to Eric Patino, who's our friend at Beverly Hills Porsche. He brings his tech in. This guy goes, it's got to be one of the 3 sensors. We'll call you. Mm-hmm. And then I go off to Newport to do my thing. I get a message Monday from these guys. He goes, nothing's wrong.
Great. Love it.
And I go, nothing is wrong? They go, no, we'll show you when you come in. And if you're a 718 Spyder RS guy, watch, which maybe there might be 1 or 2, but you're going to experience this fault. It's not a fault.
You're literally not putting the top
There's
on.
There's nothing
right.
wrong. Yes, you're not. But in the back, where you open it up and you take the top off like this, there's a little U-shaped piece of plastic. And when you reinsert it, it will click into place, and then you push it down. But if that little U
doesn't click into place,
doesn't click here, and it's the easiest way for it to go in is like this.
Sure.
So you have to maneuver it like that.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the fix.
Yeah.
This is the
fix
magic
is to
fix.
actually put the top on correctly.
No.
Yes.
There's
what
is
you
true.
just said
That is true.
is that everyone's doing it wrong and doing it right.
Yeah, but there's no way to know you're not doing it right unless you have to take your iPhone light and look down and make sure that little mouth goes across the bar like a horse is champing on the bit. You know what I mean? It's got to be just like that.
Good to know.
And it's got to be right. And it's a mystery. Lots of folks have been DMing me. There it is. That's all you have to look for, is make sure both left and right are like a horse champing on the bit. Otherwise, you're going to get a fault.
Does it make you feel a little superior that your car's top is hard to take on and off, that it's super, super manual and it's a thing? I predicted that owners of this would use it as a thing to show off. Can't you see how hard this is because it's light?
I don't think so, no.
No, okay, cool.
Look, I mean, there's some dicey, the putting up and down of that top, I enjoy the analog experience, save for one detail. There is a very big hanging piece of metal that tends to go like this around carbon fiber and paint to sample paint. That makes you a little afraid.
The little loopy wire thing.
No, the loopy wire is easy to deal with. I'm talking about the bar that comes down like this in the back. That you clamp the side piece on.
You should see, maybe someone can put a little PPF on that so it might not impact.
It definitely is something you would want to think about because it hangs and it moves and it could definitely hit.
Sure.
As you pull it off, something could just hit your paint.
Yeah.
But I do like the experience of putting the top on and off. I do like that I have to think about it and it takes a moment to slow down and do it, and it's not just a button.
My top, which is the regular Spyder top, not the Spyder RS top, I think is a good balance of, it's analog, it takes a little doing, it's a thing, but I don't have to free manage this tent pole thing,
I think the top will stay on for the winter and it'll come back off.
Have you driven it with the top up but the bimini thing out?
Yeah.
That's nice because then you get the resonance and it sounds
really great.
Turns into a step.
I'm in love with it.
It's like my car. My top is designed to be like the Spyder RS top.
I can't tell you how much I like this car, and I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
They're lovely.
Well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. In a minute, we're going to take a cool down lap and do some questions with Matt. 1 or 2 questions from our Patreon producers. And then we're going to take a drive around the block in the lovely Myers Manx. Matt, thanks for coming on the show. Always good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
Golfer, boater, Matt Farah, and of course,
Pick your white sport.
star of the smoking tire. And that's our show. We'll see you next week with James Pumphrey from Speed.